What classroom secret almost cost lives? I was grading math homework late Thursday night when I noticed something weird on the back of Maya's assignment, scribbled in tiny numbers. These weren't math problems. They looked like coordinates. I typed the first set into Google Maps out of curiosity and instantly felt sick. It pointed directly to our school's main entrance. The second set? The student parking lot. Both exact spots where students gathered before first bell. Maya was one of the quietest kids I'd ever taught. Straight A student, barely spoke in class, always hood up in the library at lunch. She never got in trouble, never talked back, just quiet. But thinking back, she'd been off lately. She'd asked some weird stuff during homeroom. Things like which doors stayed unlocked after hours, what time the late buses left, even where the school's security cameras were positioned. A few days ago, she asked me if I knew what time the janitors started their rounds. I brushed it off, thought she might be avoiding someone or had detention. But now, with the coordinates and those odd questions, it clicked. Something wasn't right. Friday morning, during my prep period, I casually walked past her locker as students shuffled through the halls. Through the metal vents, I could see papers taped to the inside of her locker door, blueprints of the school, legit building schematics, and a red digital timer counting down. Next to it, a handwritten schedule with times circled in black marker. I bolted back to my classroom, trying not to freak out, shut my door and called the principal, told him everything. He stayed calm, said not to panic or confront her, just act normal. They needed time to figure out what this was. The rest of the day was torture. Every time Maya raised her hand in class, my heart would stop. She kept checking her phone under her desk, glancing at the clock above the whiteboard, scribbling more coordinates in her notebook margins. Between classes, I'd see her staring at emergency exit signs, maps of evacuation routes. At lunch, I watched from the teacher's lounge window. She didn't even touch her food, just wrote in a black composition notebook and checked her phone over and over. Then I saw her do something that broke me. She got up to throw her food away and slipped a folded piece of paper into another student's backpack. They didn't notice at all. That's when I knew this wasn't random. She was planning something for today. I texted the principal immediately. He got security involved and called the police. They decided not to confront her during school hours, didn't want to risk chaos. They waited for the final bell. At 3:15, they approached her at her locker. The red timer was in her hands, beeping. She was shaking. Inside her locker, they found more detailed maps of the school, a printed schedule with exact movements and locations, and that same timer, set for 6:30 p.m. She had it all mapped out, how to avoid cameras, when the custodians would be distracted, when security would rotate. But it wasn't what we thought. She wasn't planning violence. She was planning to vanish. She'd been talking to a 34-year-old man online for months. He had been grooming her, slowly feeding her instructions. They were going to meet that night. She was going to sneak out of the school through the back exit and hop on a bus to disappear with him. Police got there just in time.